Okay, love bugs, so today for our rework Wednesday, we are going to be doing this lovely look right here. And we are going to be playing around with the color palettes of one from Colourpop that I got not too long ago. This is the color story in this palette. I'm hoping that these are the colors, okay? And we're going to use just one shade from our Juvia's Place palette. You know, I love this palette. And I'm most likely going to be utilizing this gray shade. Looking at the picture, it looks as though her eyelid color is a nice pink, mixed with a little bit of brown and a deeper brown in the outer end of her eyes. And then at the bottom, it doesn't look like a black, it looks like a deep gray to me. So that's why we're going to use the gray from the Juvia's Place palette. So as you guys know, I always set my eyeballs with one of my older foundations, my True Match, which actually I do like that foundation. Might have to swing back to it. And honestly speaking, because the face that she did, her face makeup is pretty much similar to how I usually do my makeup anyways, I'm just gonna do the eyes with you guys, and then I am going to go off camera, do my foundation, and come back and we will do the lip combo together. Just so this video isn't too long, because again, if it's certain looks that I know the makeup, like the foundation and the face look, is gonna be pretty much similar to the steps I usually do in almost every video, sometimes I feel that you guys maybe don't want to see it. So I try to mix it up, give you guys the best of both worlds. Sometimes it's just gonna be eye focus, sometimes it's gonna be how I do the eyes and the face. Just really depends. So sometimes I like to switch it up for you guys. So we are going to start with this color right here. We're going to start with this color. I don't believe she had a color underneath her lid. We're going to see when I double check the photo. I'm going to start with this color. This is called Good Thoughts, and it's like a nice, we're going to say this is a brown, but it looks a little bit more cool, but it should blend out beautifully. Now, a real quick sidebar. Not too long ago, there was a show called The Makeup Show, and that is where all of the pro brands go, and so all the products are there, all the makeup is there, and I said, let me go. This was my first time going. I heard about it before, but it's not as huge as like the Ulta Beauty show or Sephora, but I said, you know what, let me go just to see what it's about. And I went, and it's all the pro brands, and I met Vanessa Myrix. She was such a doll. And I said, you know what, let me get some brushes, because I completely forgot about these brands, and I'm like, oh, I remember them, they're so amazing. And the brand is Royal and Langnickel, and these brushes are so amazing. They're so soft, easy to blend, easy to work with, and they're so inexpensive. I absolutely love. Of course, there were other brush brands as well, but I'm like, oh yeah, I need, because I think I told you guys I was on a hunt for a fluffy brush. My brush that I usually use to do my crease is this one, and I love it, but this have a certain stiffness to it, and I feel like it has certain restraints, where this is a crease brush and it's just so much more of a flow and so much more fluffier. So this is going to give a different payoff that I'm really imagining in my head. And then of course it's the smaller one, same exact thing. I absolutely love. And this was only, I want to say $9 for each, or around $8 for each, which isn't bad. And then like the handle of it, the texture, oh yeah, I'm still feeling. Anywhoosies, so I'm gonna go in. This is my large crease brush, like I said, with this color. Just gonna pick that up, okay? And then we're gonna put that in a crease. Now, this color story is like nice shades of pinks and browns. Now, if the colors doesn't pop or come up how I need to, one, I'm gonna be highly upset. And two, I'm probably gonna have to redo it with different shades of browns and pinks that I do have, but I'm hoping that it comes across the way that I need it to, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I find that Colourpop palettes pulls more so for cool tone people, and I kind of don't like that, right? Because I'm a warm tone girl, which means colors that's more warm tone suits me a lot better. And sometimes cool tone, depending on a shade, can make me look a bit ashy, and that is not what we want, right? So we're gonna see, honey. By the looks of this, I don't know if I'm liking where we're headed just yet. Don't know. A little nervous, not gonna lie. Okay, guys, so I'm not gonna lie. I put a little bit of salted caramel from the Milani palette. I'm not gonna show because you guys know this has a mirror on it. And I think that color blends so much nicer and the color looks a lot better. I'm really trying to use this Colourpop palette. But like I said, I feel like it's so chalky on me because I really believe that these colors pull so much more cool. And it sucks because that means that the colors in the palette is not really true to what it appears to be. And I kind of don't like that. So on my little flat brush, I'm going to clean it a little bit. And I'm going to go in with that pink. I'm going to test out that pink shade. Like I said, if not, we're going to pivot, honey. So this shade right here, we're going to use and pack that on the eyelid. Like I said, if it don't work, we're going to use a different shade of pink. So we're going to put this all over the eyelid. Now, you guys know with me when it comes to matte shades, I love a good matte shade. But sometimes, you know, these eyeballs like to get crazy. So we're going to put this all over the lid. So this is where we are with that. So now we are going to go in with our smaller tapered brush. And guys, I'm so nervous to use these colors. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go in with this color, Right Path. We're going to start with a tiny, tiny bit. And we're going to put that in our outer corner. Blend it up a tiny bit. Because you guys know, with me, when I open my eyes, you want to be able to see it. So just like pack it. I'm going to place it there first. Because like the outer edge definitely is darker. And slightly blend it up. Okay, guys, so we're gonna pivot, right? Because I really don't feel as though this is really showing its true pigmentation, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna go in the Juvia's palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and that is called Kufuru. I'm gonna take a tiny bit of that. And the same place we was packing it before, I put it right in that corner. And then we're going to slowly build it up into our crease. So now on my crease definer brush, I'm going to go in with that gray color from the Juvia's Place palette called Walzana. Now, I've never used this color before. I'm a little nervous. And the same place in the outer will be placed the previous color. We are going to put that right there. We're going to pack it right there. And then just the tiniest bit, flick it up to meet. So just in this little outer V area, we're going to keep it right there. Because we just want the depth right there. I'm going to pack it. Again, just to add the depth, just pack it. And just keep it right in this area right here. Okay, loves, so this is where we are with the eyeballs. So I am going to go off camera do my face, lashes. Then when we come back, I'm gonna do the bottom lash line and our lip combo. So I'll be right back. Okay, love, so this is where we are with our brows, face, lashes on. So now we are gonna do our bottom lash line. So it looks as though she has on black liner, and it looks as though she smudged out the bottom with a tiny bit of the pink. And like I said, it looks as though it's a gray that she smudged it out with. But let me get my eyeballs together, because you know these watery eyeballs. And I put on lash clusters because strip lashes, honey, I would have been there as long as it took Jesus to come back. So nobody had time for that. So I said, let me put on some lash clusters. But the annoying thing is, though, my clusters are really acting a little crazy right now. So we're going to put some black. Then I am going to take some of that pink and swing it to the bottom lash line. So I'm going to take that pink on a paddle blending brush. I'm going to go in with that pink that we have on our lid. And we're going to get that as close to the lash line. We're just going to smudge out the bottom, because you're able to still see the pink a bit. So we're going to... So this is where we are, is with the pink. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush, right? And I'm going to use the gray from the Juvia's Place palette. I'm going to sweep that out, but lightly. I'm going to build this up. Get as close as possible to the bottom. But we're going to keep this just the last 2/3 of the eye. You know, like I said to you guys, I never played around with this gray like that before, but I really think it looks gorgeous. Like, it really adds such a depth, but also a softness to the eye, which is so crazy to me. So this is where we are, is with the eyeballs. Now we are going to add just a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. So now we are gonna set this puppy. So I am gonna go in with my Catrice Dewy Glow setting spray. Then on top of that, again with our MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. Okay, loves, so we are gonna now move on to our lips. We are gonna go in with our number 7 pencil from, you guys know, my Amazon. I'm gonna line it. Nothing too crazy. Then we are gonna go in with our Maybelline 535, because the real nudish brown color, you guys know, I love any excuse for a nude brown, honey. But then we're gonna put our tried and true, our Ruby Kisses, because that's gonna bring us back that other nude that we love. This is it with the lips. So I am going to take my hair down and we are gonna see the completed look. Okay, love bugs, this is the final look with the hair down, lips on. How did I do? Do you guys like? Do you love? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually liked doing this look. Surprisingly, one, I don't play with pinks too much, but if I do, I do like more of mauve tones, which I do like. And I never really utilized gray eyeshadow before, and I possibly might start because I think it added a beautiful depth to the eyes without taking it to be really dark or too heavy. So I thought the colors played so beautifully together, and I actually do like this look. Thank you guys so much for taking a part of your day and choosing to share it with little old me. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys have any looks that you would like me to recreate, please be sure to DM me, send them to me in my email, whatever you have to do, and I definitely will recreate them. I just made a TikTok. It's at linabeautyhaus, so go follow me there. Most likely I'm going to start doing a lot more shorts there. Maybe I'll play around and put them up here too on YouTube, but we'll see. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a friend. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you'll be the first to be in the know when I post my videos. As I always say, the true foundation of beauty starts from within. Makeup is just the cherry on top. I thank you guys so much, and I love you. Until next time. Mwah.